My mom walked by and saw me screenshotting the snake, and she was like, just so you know, round head, not poisonous, more of a squared head, poisonous. Carlos, this is a world record picture, capture. You guys take your cell phone camera out, hover it over this picture, and look at it, and you'll see something like you've never seen before. It's like those mirrored pictures that some people do, except there's no mirror. If you look closely, there's 3 sitting in each other's lap right there. It's an absolutely one-of-a-kind, unbelievable, incredible picture. This is crazy. There's no freaking way that's there. It's not, doesn't exist. I'm hallucinating. Let's take one more little look. I got the same thing here. Cleared spot, just like a perch, we call them, okay? Do you see it? What in here? Remember in Colorado, I've never shown you a perch without showing you that, basically, or an X. And it's either a trident, which I consider that a field gold fork is a trident, with a seat. That's where he was sitting. Right there, it comes out to his seat. No more evidence needed there. They must know I'm here. I got some vibes in here, man. What's up with these little things that are falling down? I don't see those little berry things anywhere on the tree. And they're all over the forest and regurgitated or pooped out. Spots underneath these teepees, you guys. Look how clear it is. It's been cleaned. I swear to God, you gotta just believe me on this, you guys. This is what this place should look like. This is what it looks like, not like that. These are seats right here. Where are you guys at? How do you do this to me? Look at the X, you guys. They make a lot of stuff out of these palms. This has all been done. You see this? I'm in the best spot. I don't think I'm gonna go crazy because I think I might be able to find, look, there's no way I found the 2 best spots, right? Today, this is my second day here. And in the middle of it, I always find this big hole. And if you were to use common sense in that case, it'd be like, okay, well then I guess they're small and they go in that hole because there's where else would they go? But we don't know. You guys, you see this? Oh, my lower back hurts. Look at this. See the X is all structures, teepees. You come back, you get to a field goal trident with a seat. But this thing comes out and touches the seat. It's the same thing in Colorado. I can show you places that have 100 of those next to each other. You guys, I think this is what people think the swamp ape is. It's too big. That is not, although I do see seats now with the leprechaun video. You'll see seats that look like something bigger was there, but it's a cleared area for little ones to run around and not for a big butt. So it's confusing. I know this for sure. Okay? So sometimes it's for a big seat because I feel their butt cheeks, and other times because of what I've seen in the video, I know it's for little ones. It's just an area. It's like they have to be in that area. They might not even leave that area. That's why they never get caught, never get seen, never get filmed. You get another clear spot with a white coral. These are all clear. There's X's on the ground, guys. Look how clean this is. Izzy right here. See, I'm not trying to do any of this just so someone knows who I am or I can do a YouTube. I'm doing this because I don't know why. I can't. I need meaning. I need to be able to do something. You know, this has been changed my whole life, and I'm not ready to let it end yet. See how it's all off the ground? Nothing's on the ground here. There's X's and teepees everywhere. This is how they do it, guys. They love you. You know why? I'm telling you why they use these. Because here, they're perfectly straight. It's just like Colorado. They love everything that has no branches and it's perfect. Look how it's all connected. That whole thing is a giant structure right there. It's a teepee, a structure, an X. made out of palms with an X on the ground with a seat next to it. In a second. You don't bump into the snake so far in here. Not that they're not here, but I haven't seen anything like that in here, except the spiders. Yet they're up by the path because that's where their food is. That's what I think. So I have managed to make it over to this path. I'm just coming out on it now. That's why I turned my camera on. I think this is how I got out the other day. I came in between. Let's see. It's amazing how that is right there. That's an X, guys. Do you see that? And that's where I came out of. You look in there, there's nothing. Like you can't see anything. That is how they marked that. Which means if they're marking it there, other ones come down this path. Oh, this isn't it. I don't think this is it. Is this where I said it looks like there's tigers in here? I'm like, what else could do this but tigers? It didn't even look like panthers. It looked like tigers from Africa would have to live there. That's blatant. It's not. It's a break. It's not. Look at this. It's a break. It's not. It's just sitting there. There's another spider on my neck. It's just sitting there. They did that. Let's skip the trail. What do you think? Let's keep going this way. Spider bites, even with some little bit of poison. Snakes. Look at this. And look at the ground underneath it. I showed you that palm trees don't do this unless they're stepped on. Yeah, one thing's going to fall here and there, but this has all been trampled on, you guys. This is what they're doing so you don't see their activity. This is incredible. I want to limit this because I don't really want to show you another hour and a half video of this. But I did want to pay a revisit off trail, and I think I did okay with that. You guys, I found this is where they live. This is where they are. No one would ever see, even if they didn't have magic, you could be back here forever. Nobody is going to walk in here, guys. Nobody. I promise. On that trail, yeah, hardly, but not in here. I would never walk through here. That's how I know. And I'm the kind of guy that loves to go hide out in the woods anyway, before this. And I'm not going in here because of the snakes, how uncomfortable it is. There could be poison ivy. I don't think there's a lot of poison ivy in the Keys. There's probably some, especially if if it's near where sprinklers or like it's a preserve. There could be poison ivy. In here, I haven't really seen much. I can't believe I've been out here for 3 hours already. I really enjoyed my talks. I'm seeing more of this pooped out, guys. It was together. It was in a ball. Blatant. What is pooping out those little berries? They're not even. They don't get fully digested at all. Is it these guys, or what animal could be like rampant through here that would be eating those berries and then pooping them out undigested? For the most part, they're undigested. Some of them are. What could it be? That whistle comes from, the bird. They use the birds. They do that whistle themselves, but where I am, I don't know what to do here. This is my signature, I guess. My signature call. I don't know, what these guys would think of it. Couldn't hurt. This is crazy right here. This is crazy. I'm hovering on this because I want to see if there's any timestamps. This would be the ideal place to be hiding from me right now. Where do they hide? They don't. That's the thing. If they're out and I'm here, they're just right here somewhere. You guys see how none of this is on the ground? Nothing's on the ground. It's all interlocked and weaved, and nothing's touching the ground. So when in question, see this stuff? There's a bunch of ants there or something. That's why you lay there at night, you're in trouble. In these types of places, you got to get off the ground. So if you're in a survival situation, you got to get off the ground. Mostly because of bugs, spiders and stuff. You'd probably be okay with the snakes and spiders, although snakes will crawl in with you because of the warmth. So you're probably better off being above the ground. You guys, I'm really getting back lost in here. I can't get out except unless I go backwards. This is where I want to see. See how it gets really tough in here? It's open and then back in here. It's all open and packed down in there. There should be a couple timestamps in here. I know by the way I felt in a couple of those spots. And based on the timestamps, I did not think would be as good as they were. Some of them are hard to see, but they're right there, and there's a language involved every time. That field goal. Same spot. I turned around. I'm just over a little bit. I'm 15 feet. I came in right there. I'm now walking this way, and there's no shortage of it here either. But it's only in these spots. You gotta find the spots. Guess how I find them? Walking that hedgerow on the walkway. X's. That's how I found it. An X and then an opening where there shouldn't be an opening. That's the amazing thing, is that they have the opening no matter what to that walkway from these spots. Kind of interesting to me. It's not inviting for a person. Oh, see, this is a lot, you guys. It's not coming from above, I promise. Something is pooping that out. And I can see the little gnats and bugs on it because it's poop, basically. What is doing that? It's got to be these guys. Like I said, I think they hide their stuff, but maybe these guys don't have to because this is all they're eating. You guys, they're not even digesting it fully. I don't know where they get those from because I don't see them in the trees. I haven't looked it up, but I think they come from certain palm trees. I heard a bird. That's a first. How could there not be like 1,000 birds in here? You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. This is a year-round place. In New Jersey, in my backyard growing up, as soon as spring came, there was 100 birds every day. Not here. It's amazing to me. You get this, and then underneath it, there's a walkway for like something little. I got everything teepeed. There's like little teepees. I keep hearing things. No vocals, but like banging or like someone's throwing something. I'm getting bit too by something on my shoulder. I had a spider on me for the longest time. I didn't realize he was in tandem. He had like a web, and I was like towing him, and he kept landing on me somehow. He bit me, I think, at least 2 times. Look at this. It's not possible. You can see where it's getting cleared out of the way. How do they do it back here? Of course, there's a giant piece of coral on top of it. Field goal. Sorry. I'm not looking at the screen sometimes, so I really do apologize when you get those moments. Like my fingers on the cell phone camera or... Okay, so we got the same thing as always. Get your little entrance there. Coral on top, which was more than likely sitting there, but that's why they lift it up. It's all open around that. What's up, guys? I'm not expecting. I mean, I think these guys I would just like to grab something by accident because they're not going to give it to me. There's a big bird right above me. A really big bird is flying around above me. You see this? You guys see this? Don't be sarcastic. You see this though, right? Like, you gotta be here. You gotta see how they have these places, right? And then it's all blocked, right? Look at that structure. It's hard to see, but really look. And then look behind it inside. It's clean and wide open. How do they do this? It's amazing the lack of snakes back here. There could be something coiled. Oh my God, there's a freaking footprint, I think. Right there. I swear that's a footprint. I don't swear it, but it sure looks like it. Why am I sinking right here? It's sinking. That's why it's a footprint, you see? Look, it's sinking. Interesting. These guys aren't allowed to kill me. My guys can. These guys can't. I'm not going with these dudes. Not that I might not have a chance to, I might not have a say in it, but that's why you're always safe in a place like this. Like, let's just say hypothetically, I believe they are good, but if they weren't, they're never going to hurt you because of the attention that would bring to this area. My car is out there. They're going to figure it out about to where I were by the people they talk to, that talk to me. You know what I mean? It's gonna get out eventually. Oh my God. It's going to get out eventually. You know what I mean? The attention, the search parties, that's why you're always safe. It's never, we might be always safe anyway, but just hypothetically, like, oh my, Mark, you're so brave. No, because I'm so confident that they won't do that no matter what, because, especially to me where I am, because of the attention that would bring them. It would bring a lot of attention. You guys, I'm lost. Like, I swear, like, I'm not lost, like, where I know where the road is, but I can't get out of here. That's the only reason I can get out of here, is because of those cars. It's keeping my sense of direction perfect. But as far as the sense of direction of how I got in here, I don't know. This doesn't make sense. Timestamps, anyone? All right, let me see. Okay, I'm gonna get out. I want to make one more point, okay? So all of that's right there. That's why I was lost. The trail that I was looking for is right there. I've been off trail all day, but I crossed it. I did it on purpose. All right, so when you're coming down, that's what you see. Nothing. And if you know how to read their system, you'll see everything by just going in there. Or just going in there. And in that particular case, that marker works for both sides. Let's see. All off the ground. You could be underneath it. I don't think I was on this path, guys. I don't recognize this. I crossed over it today, but I don't think it's the one. Oh, yes, it is. Look. No one fixed it since I did it. I'm like, oh my God, this is so blatant. So when I said, I was like, oh, it must have been a maintenance. There is no maintenance workers here. So this was a hiker that did this, in my opinion. I don't think that they did that. They could have, but I don't think they did. They'd rather push it down, not help you go by. Not to mess you up either, but I don't know, maybe they can get a chance to look at you better that way. I'm not sure. It's amazing. This is just missing. See that? That was just pulled out of there. It's nowhere. Let me show you what it should look like. That. It's an entire tree that's not there. Even if someone cut it, it would still be off to the side, and it's not there. They probably have it in the woods. All right, enough's enough. Let's go. This is awesome, you guys. This is the place where I said it smelled a little bit. I said sewage, but I didn't mean that. It was like, you know how you get that, the sludge, you know, like the bay has that sludge and it always has a terrible, like if you step in it, it smells terrible. That's the smell, not sewage. But I'm very curious about back here, because it's the only place like it there. I wonder what happened to that. Same thing, used to be a palm tree there. And it's completely been ripped out, and it looks like damaged the base as well. This is what's interesting to me in here. It's ugly, but that doesn't mean anything. I'm showing this guy just in case, only for the reason I remember I was just about to walk in there and I had a sudden change of mind.
I just was like, nah, I turn around and leave. Then I see him in the video as I'm making it, or potentially him or her.
This is a really great place to do this because, you know, even back in there, when you hit grass, there's trails in there that have been made by what you would think would be like an animal, like a game trail almost, but it's not thin. What else could be cutting trails through these forests, but yet hiding the trails from the actual people trail? The only reason I have found those spots blatant. Look at the leaner. I mean, it's just too blatant. Is because of their markers. Oh, look, it fell. Wow, that's weird. Did that? Hold on a second. When I walked away, that was up. You didn't hear that fall, did you? That fell after I walked away. It could have been because I touched it. That would make most sense. Maybe it did. I don't know. That is right. That's your palm leaf marker. That's a separate one. And there you go. There's your entrance. There's actually a whole pile of them right there. Walk in there, and then you'll go back. You can't see it, but you'll go back in there, and there'll be this open, packed down palm trees like this, where you can get that. You can go into it. You can't, but someone could. One of them could. Here's the main markers. You see, right in the trail. No one would ever know. They just think it. You understand? Look how it's 3 different things. It's 3 completely different trees that did it. 1, 2, 3. They're all from different types of trees. That to me is just too blatant. They could not have fell there from there. Look above. Here, watch. I don't do that enough. Watch. There's not possible. It's possible that palm leaf fell from there. That's it. But there's no way it bounced into a perfect X and pinned the smaller one down. They did that. I see the mixed. Hold on, it's a tongue twister. Mixed, matched caliber X's all the time. All the time, I see it. Typically, they do identicals, but they do. Then you'll see these unbelievably mixed, matched X's in where I do it. So many times. At first, I used to see them like, I don't know if that's them but it is. Believe me. Also, if you see an X, they don't always have to touch either. That's something I determined over years. Things that no one would ever know unless there was a loser like me that had no life that could spend all his time on it. That's how we know anything, guys. That's how NASA, they're probably 100 years ahead of us. That's how they all do it because that's all they do every day. That's in my opinion, the only way that we're really smart is to apply ourselves, to that type of thinking. Whatever you're doing, you got to think about it. So I made it out to this trail. Look, the thing is, it's closed off now, but obviously they thought at some point people used to walk down it, and now they don't that much unless you knew it was there, and that's interesting to me. So threatened habitat, threatened species. The key. So I've been saying raccoons. That's why I'm interested. The Key Vaca raccoon is threatened subspecies of common species. It is found Key West to Grassy Key and is distinguished from the more common variety of black ring, bearskin, blah, 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 blah. I wonder if they're the ones eating those berries. I don't think so. I don't know. Raccoons are typically nocturnal anywhere, so not that you can't see one during the day, but most of the time you're not. I love raccoons. They are the friendliest, coolest beings ever. And people think they're rats. Whoa. It's the 3rd time I heard something come through the canopy to my left. I had a pet raccoon when I was a kid. They're the most friendly, most awesome being. Like, they'll be your best friend. They take your food. Look at that. I think I showed you that yesterday, how that's been piled there to make sure no one goes, and there's a trail that goes back there. Raccoons are awesome. Yes, they can be a pest because they get into your rafters. They poop kind of where they live, so they live in your rafters. They'll start to poop in one spot, like fill up your rafters with poop, and then they'll move over. so they can be kind of gross that way. But they don't know, you know. You can't expect animals to be like a human. We're civilized; they're not. Well, sort of. Even the worst of us use toilets typically, when possible. So if you're wondering why is he still talking or filming, because I'm just trying to. I got some nerves for some reason, and I know they had eyes on me today. I know it. I know it. I didn't know it. I know you're in there. I heard this dude. I know he's right there. If I did the same walk though, I could have found him because there's an X that everyone's getting, and he's right behind it. On my last video, I'll put a picture in. There's a hole there, down into the coral. Yeah, I checked out your stuff. You guys couldn't go, like, do something? They don't trust me? I think they do, actually. I think it's just, you know, remember, there's rules. You don't think there's rules, but there's rules, I promise. Big time. Oh yeah, I showed you that. That's right. Am I going the wrong way? Hold on. Today was different. I went off the trail into these special places, and I think it's on the camera. Something going through the canopy. I have not been showing this on purpose. I've seen it too many times. Okay, watch this. Because only for one reason. It's hard for the camera to see it. Not this though. Okay, so this is the one I'm going to show you, but look. I hope that you can see this, because it's one of the problems is, like Colorado, you know, there's not going to be the other stuff, so you just get to see the structure, which makes it look how you can walk right into it. Are they in there? I'm doing some feelings today. I'm feeling because I know where they are, and if I'm about to do that, they'll make a noise somewhere else. Typically. See, watch this. See how this is all figured. See, they're walking underneath it, you guys. I think they eat these things. Whatever these little round balls are. They must, because they're only where they are. Here's what I want to show you. Hopefully you can see it. It's a giant teepee hut. You see it? First of all, it's got like teepees here, right? That's a teepee, right? I swear it's a teepee. I showed you one the other day as well. That's probably, I would have to guess and say that maybe that's 400 yards, 500 yards, like to my right, through the forest, which you would never be able to find again. Actually, I could find that one again if I went the same way. And you see this? It's all a dome. It's weaved and made. This dome. I'm going to use this pointer today. And it's also getting the spiders out of my way. I try not to disturb any spiders or anything out here and then look at underneath it. They're all sitting there and there's X's on the ground. This is their spot right here. Because I don't like to mess with anything. I don't think we have a right. Maybe we do. We might. What the hell was that? Did you guys hear that?
Something just came through the canopy that you can't really hear, just a little bit on the camera. Notice the X to the left, and then the incredible lighting has got me, and then there's some kind of, sorry about that jump, and then somehow there's this roundness to the right there in the middle of the screen right now. Let's zoom on that too. Not making any claims, I just find that it's strange that it's so round on top. It could very well just be pareidolia type things in this same situation. I don't see anything. Interesting though.
I'm gonna cut this out if it's not there because I don't want to sound crazy on the camera, but something just got thrown through the canopy of the trees. It's amazing how many faces I was seeing in that coral as well. Like the ones that were placed. It could have been, you know, random, but you guys see I'm seeing this too. You see this? Well, get it off of me. Holy spider. You guys, this is crazy. How do you guys do this in Florida? You see this? Where is it? Right there. That's coming out of somebody. Oh, this could be good. You guys, someone's eating this. I think that's poop. Or throw up. One or the other. It's one or the other. That's a lot. I think it's poop if you look inside. I like poop. No, I'm just kidding. People, if I touch poop, I get so much crap. They're like, don't touch poop. I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh my God, you guys, look at this spot. You know they're right here watching me. They have to be. They're gonna make sure I'm not tricking them. Ooh, man, I could do a video. I could live down here for a month in this stuff, because it just keeps getting better and better. Every little nosy thing I do, it keeps getting better. Like, I'm way off that. There's no trails. Oh, I heard it again. I know, because I'm in their spot, you guys. I'm getting a little bit nervous. Not nervous like I'm scared, but nervous like excited. They're definitely aware of this. This is a special spot. You guys, I don't know what animal is here that could do that. I doubt it. I think there is like some raccoons here, but I don't think this is that. I mean, I am right in their thing here, guys. There's how many teepees are right here, and then there's field gold upside down tridents that are black. This is where we gotta look for them, behind this stuff. X, sorta. Should I just sit here? Like, I'm always so hyper. I should just like sit here. I gotta do my whistle because I don't like. It's not like I think they know that, but I think it's an attempt, like for them to get that I'm looking. They might know everything. I don't know. Remember, keep things open. Don't use logic. Like I said the other day, you just don't, because, like I've been saying for years now, but really for the last year or two, where I just know for sure that's how it's all done. That's how we police ourselves. Logic. What did that? What threw that up or pooped that? These things are everywhere. These little round things. So maybe they are coming from the palm trees or something, but they're eating them. I'll bet you that's what they eat. What do you want to bet? Where you guys at? Come on, you guys. Well, they're probably like, well, we would have showed you, but you told everyone where we were. I'm just making that up. Okay, I was right there. I'm like, I want you guys to see, because in a sense, I think I give away places like this because, which isn't very often, but I don't think many people will be down here, and then someone that would, in my opinion, most likely, is going to come in here and under the awe of it, not to be mean, I'm telling you now, you can come here, and you're going to be blown away. You got to go through this. You got to be prepared for snakes. I mean, I'm talking, you guys, there could be 8-foot snakes in this stuff. They don't even need a log in this. They're going to be underneath this. And I'm definitely not looking enough for snakes. All right, tell you what, give me a second. I'm blown away by that spot. And now look, when you look back at it, you can't see any of it. It's right there. There's teepees, upside down tridents, there's symmetrical X's. And yet, if you're 10 feet away, it's gone because of everything. I told my parents, I'm like, Mom, don't worry about, like, if I don't come back, I kind of gave them, oh, there's another one. There's something, okay, so this is poop, you guys. Because there's, you know how I know? There's no way two things threw that up. So it's not even digesting, there's more next to it. What is doing the poop? The others? I don't think so, because, you know why I don't think so? Anyone else that was doing this would tell you, like most people would be like, oh yeah, I found their poop. You didn't find their poop probably. Maybe, but not that long ago either. I find that, because I don't know exactly who this is, but I see the system, and those guys are all taught to dispose of it. It's all buried, it would be under here. Like if I find it buried, then that's a different story. There's a lot of poop right here. Or if I found like an accumulated pile, that might be different too. But I believe, based on my work, that they hide it. I find it buried. What a pain in the butt. You want to see how good I am? I carry that with me the whole time. And my pants are falling down, and I have it in my back pocket. I'm getting skinny. I'm trying to get my parents like, we're going to make pancakes? I'm like, Mom, I don't want anything. It's kind of weird. Something brought that back there, too. See, they love this kind of stuff. It's a tape measure. It's just laying there upside down. And it's been there not long. Not long at all. Bear with this if I'm putting this all in, because there's something going on around me. So far, 2 crashing noises through the tops of the trees. It's gotta be a distraction. I was in their spot. They did that. They put that there. Do you see how they put that there? Okay, look how old it is. There's nobody in here, ever. You couldn't be in here as a person unless you were one of us. You would never, ever, ever risk being in here because of the tails of snakes and poisonous spiders. People freak out about that, especially the type of people that usually walk down trails that are walking their dog. They're the, you know, it's like the, you know, they're the ones that believe everything on the news. You know, watch out for the mountain lions. You know, they think, you know, they believe everything they're told. Another one here. Okay, they're bringing. I saw a beer can that was structured. Whoa, get. Sorry, I'm not being dramatic. There's a 3-inch spider on my forehead just now. I walked right into him. It's a very uncomfortable feeling. He's got fur on him and stuff. How would that get there? You guys help me out. That's why I'm hovering, because if they're like have to hide, they might get aggravated. Tough. Get aggravated then. Try my life. I'm supposed to be here right now. It's not like that movie that guy's like, I'm not supposed to be here today. Well, I'm supposed to be here today. Give me a second. I got back in there so far. I had to come back to regain where I was. I've been in there for 40 minutes, and I barely even went more than 100 or 200 yards. And now I'm back to this pillar. Look how they block it. This is the same thing in the other place. Like, you know, someone probably, what they do is like a walker will come, like a jogger or something, because there's a path right there. I'm telling you, they sit right along. You can see the spots as I'm walking on the path. See, look, there's another one. Get away from me. These spiders are everywhere. Right there. You see? Like, you can see the seat. There's a rock on top or something. What is that? What is that on top of that? They sit there, you walk right by, you have no idea. No one even looks, because it's very difficult to penetrate with your eyes. So this is what I think. Say they're blocked. They even put a stick there to make sure you weren't going to come through. And then you just move these. Same as the other one. So my guess is people will step off that trail and pee right here. And that's as far as, look how they tie it up so you don't go through. It's to discourage, you know, it's just discourage you, because when people see that, they don't want to deal with that. They know there's spiders there, things like that. Whoa, like right there. How did I miss that dude? He's a little one, but he's right there. Let's do a different spot. A teepee right there. Oh, something moved. How did that? Snake? Because there's some kind of hut right there that you can go into from behind with a big rock next to it. And I'm seeing all this kind of stuff everywhere. I'm on my way back in. I just want to find the right spot. I won't read it to you, but I'll make it so hopefully you can pause it. It's old. Dredgers. Wallace Arnold, 1938. Hey, you guys look it up. There was some like hurricane or like typhoon or something here in the 30s or 40s. It killed like 5,000 people in the Keys. Lots of workers too that were working on the bridges down there. Those bridges are unbelievable. You know, you can see the difference. There should be nothing different about this little patch, even though they probably sneak in there occasionally. And there's nothing. You know, this is the way things look. I need people to understand that there's no dirt. Nothing's been packed down or cleared. There's no dead palm trees, nothing. Look where palms are. There's nothing underneath the dead. It is only dead on the ground where they have stepped on it and killed it. Okay? And that doesn't happen just because of 10 feet. You know what I mean? You go in there, well, you've seen it. Give me a sec. 2 of them. There's one right here. You gotta check it out. There's one right there. That tells me they're right behind it. That's what I think. Yeah, they're black. What do you think? What would they be called? Do you know? There's one there. There's one right there. How I saw them, I have no idea. See them right here?
See, I told you snakes, huh?
Yeah. What's up, buddy? He wants nothing to do with us. It's, I mean, they must be related then, right? They're about the same size.
Yeah, but I have no clue what they are.
Me neither. She said, are they black? I said to her, I was like, 2 snakes, be careful. And she said, are they black? I said, yeah. So she's like, I don't know if they're poisonous, but still kind of cool. Like, you know,
Yeah,
we're
snakes
guys. We
big.
like to see snakes, yeah. So if that's not a sign, I'm going right in with the snakes. You guys, you got to see how fast these snakes go. He's like, I mean, it was unbelievable. He basically is gliding at high speed. I Googled them. As far as I can tell, they're not poisonous at all. I've been bitten by lots. When I was a kid, I used to pick up huge gardener snakes, way bigger than those, 3-4 foot long, and I got bit once because I was really good at grabbing them. But if you do that enough, you're going to get bit. And I'm like, I saw this guy, he's like jogging. I'm like, hey, you want to see snakes? He's like, yeah. It's so funny. It depends, you know, who you ask. If the guy was like mean, then I get offended. But he was like, yes, let me see them. He turned his music off. He was totally into it. See this? They're right here. Because those snakes are there. Oh, guess what? Then we see a snake's skin, right? Right there. It was one of theirs, I think. It looks like they don't even leave this spot right here. They don't even leave in there. Where's Mama? Because they were playing together and stuff. Those were 2 brothers and sisters or whatever, siblings. Huh. You guys, this is weird. Right where the snakes are, I see these. Oh, they're crabs. Because I get those in there too. Or there. So I'm seeing their skins as well. See them right there? Careful, snakes. You see snakes?
No. Morning.
Morning. There's snakes in there. Careful. Cool. Other kids were like, no. You want to see the snakes? He's like, no. Everybody was laughing. He's like, no. Look at that. At the entrance. Sorry, I wanted to be in 4K. They're in there, you guys. So do I go back in or I just leave this little walking tour up? I don't know. I'll bet you they're everywhere on this edge. Because I went back to show the guy. I knew where they are and where they were, and I couldn't find them. That's how well they blend in. You could get, I mean, if you were out here every day, you're going to get bit. That's what, like in here. That's why you want the things. Let me go back there. Figured this out. You see these little holes? I think they're from like sand, from land crabs. These snakes are probably eating the land crabs. Look. What is that? I'm seeing skins. I see a skin. Me and this guy found a skin. It's right in here somewhere. And you can tell it's from one of them, which means they're just living right here without going very far, probably. To me, that's where you go in, right where the snakes are. Guys, this is a nice one. This is for the guys. A couple girls, too. I mean, girls love boats, but they don't really care how many motors are on the back. Typically, we care. Some of us care. Count them. 1, not 2, not 3, but 4. Can we get the number on it? Let's see. I think they're 300s. I'm almost sure those are 300s. I don't think they have 200 anymore, as far as I know. That is 1,200 horsepower. See how they set the props at different levels? Look. That prop is up higher. It's different. Is it a different pitch? No, they're the same. Oh, there's actually a prop missing on that one. Someone might have stole it. It's actually giving me face recognition on the prop. It's weird. On the prop that's missing, it's squaring it off. I don't know why. That's nice. And in my opinion, just at a quick glance, that boat looks like it's older than the motors. I think that they, look at these dudes. And whether they did that or not, it's hard to tell by the years. Some of you guys will know. If you know what year boat that is, sometimes it's difficult unless you're following boats to kind of tell what year it is. These guys are just chilling. That's fun. You know what I mean? If you're just in the bay, your back starts to hurt. But so what I was going to say is what people do is, like diehard boaters that have cash but not a lot, so they buy. You can buy a hull like that for 10 grand. 20, 12 grand, something like that. Depends on the hull. And then they put new power on it. So they'll have, so in other words, you use an older boat and then put brand new power. and you can build yourself, a boat that's awesome for a lot less money.